What is up, everybody? You know who this is. This is Jason Christ, Jason the Baptist, Jason the Messiah. He who is holy, what? The one and motherfucking only, just Jason from Hustle Hard. I wanted to apologize. It's been a while since I've been doing any videos. I've been very busy at work, working on a lot of different video projects there. So if you want to link up, XS Inc. _ tattoo. If you want to check me out on what I've been doing on that mostly, as well as my basic, Hustle Hard page on Instagram, as well as my Facebook, as well as the YouTube page. Been really, really busy. So I did want to apologize. I'm not trying to not do this page. I promise you. In fact, this is honestly should be my number one priority. But, being back to work, just getting back to work after my injury, all of you know out there how I basically broken. I broke my ankle, ended up in fucking hospital and all that shit. So I did want to apologize to all of you that have been hitting me up and not getting videos. So what I wanted to say today is two things. I actually had a friend the other day who hit me up and said, what would you do if you got rich right now, won a big lotto or something happened and all of a sudden you made tens of millions of dollars? And I thought about this. Now, the first thing that hits your head, of course, is like, ooh, I'm going to go get a Lambo or a cool condo on the beach, stuff like that. And to be real, I'd want both of those fucking things. Don't get me wrong. But I realized something. I'm one of those people that have kind of come from the bottom. I grew up po-ass ghetto eating commodities, government cheese, the big old white can that said beef on it. I can tell you all stories about that. But that's where I come from, okay? That's the roots. I busted my ass my entire life to kind of get away from that, but I don't forget where I come from. But a lot of us come from the bottom, okay? And then people always say, like, how can this guy, I watched a thing not that long ago too about rappers who lost everything and musicians, etc. And you have to realize that how would they not? You know what I mean? I am a person who came from a world where you didn't have money. So, but being a good Jewish guy, right? I understand the concept of money. So what I'm saying is here, the first thing I would do, wouldn't it be go buy my Lambo? Wouldn't it be go buy my my condo on Miami Beach? That'd be a second or third, right? No, the first thing that I would do was get myself a financial advisor, okay? And then I would get myself an accountant. Because to be real, we have to learn. This is what I'm getting at with this. All of us out there, everybody out there who's trying to say they're doing YouTube or they're doing this or doing that. Everybody's trying to make some money. And I mean, some of these YouTubers out there, et cetera, are making fucking millions. It's crazy. But they're spending it all quicker than they're making it. And that is the trick. That's why I say that if you want to do something in the hustle hard movement that's really beneficial to you, what I want you to do is think about this. What do you know about money? Do you understand money? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm being real. Do you understand the concept of actually having money? Now, in my world, I've never really been rich. I've been okay. Only thing money's ever done for me is give me the ability not to actually have to worry about money. And I think that is the number one key. Now, we're not all going to probably become millionaires right away. So what I would like to tell you is this. This is something my grandma told me. And I've lived by this my entire life. A lot of people always say, Jason, how is it that you still have money? You don't make millions of dollars, but you're never really hurting. Here's the rule number one. I always take 25%, if possible, minimum 25% of everything I make and try to set it back aside. Because these days, at least 50% minimum is going to bills. I used to try to live by thirds, never more than a third of your rent and a third of all your bills being for rent, a third of it being for savings and a third of it being to fuck off. That's not really possible these days with rent prices. I mean, here in Las Vegas, the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in a good neighborhood has gotten up to like between $1,500 and $2,000 a month. It's pretty fucking bananas. I mean, seriously. And that's every city in America at the moment. So now I put it to 25%. When you do this, 25% of your money always saved, and 50% of your money for living. And then you got 25% of your money to, to fuck off, and then that is something that's truly important as well. You have to be able to fuck off a little bit. I mean, yeah, maybe I sound a little bit vulgar and crude, but it's the damn truth. You need to be able to say, you know what, I feel like going to the bar and spending $100 tonight. And if you have it in your screw off account, good, do it. Because you know what, working your ass off and having zero benefit and zero light at the end of the tunnel, it makes you not want to give a shit. I've been in those positions before where it felt like I was working, and there was nothing at the end of the road for me. No light at the end of the tunnel, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm busting my ass every single day to get by. And fuck that. It's not worth it. To be real, if you have to bust your ass every single day just to pay your bills and nothing else, it's kind of like servitude or slavery, I mean? But then again, I'm going to go back to some of my older stuff here and say something that might piss you off, but I'm going to say it anyway. If this is the case, often it's due to decisions that we've made. 99% of the time, if we're not making good money, it's because we made some bad decisions. If we're not doing good in life, in whatever aspect it is, we made some bad decisions, whether that be your relationship with your guy or your girl or whatever hell these days you got, or whether that be your financial situation, or even if it's your car. If your car's a hunk of shit, it's probably because you didn't fucking take care of it properly, you didn't do the proper preventative maintenance, etc. Financially, preventative maintenance works as well. And I know it sounds like a weird transition to go to, right? But it's true. So I already gave you number one. 25% minimum saves all time, 25% fuck off, 50% living. Used to be thirds, okay? This is all important. I was taught this as a kid, once again, from my grandmother. My grandmother gave me great financial advice. Straight up, she just gave me great financial advice. I loved her to death. She was a wonderful woman. R.I.P. Grandma Phyllis Blair, right? So she always told me, take all of your bills. And this will cut into your fuck off money for a while. But once it's done, you'll be happy. I promise you. Listen to me here. This is probably the best financial advice I could ever give you to anybody out there. Remember, I'm not trying to tell you how to become a millionaire because I'm not a millionaire. I'm just trying to tell you how to be comfortable. All right? So, figure out what all of your bills are. Say all of your bills are $1,500 a month, which is pretty light, okay? Just say you got roommates, whatever you're doing, whatever it is you're doing. It doesn't matter if it's $5,000 a month. It doesn't matter if it's $1,500 a month. The number right here is actually arbitrary. What you want to do is you say, okay, all of my bills are $1,500 a month. That being the case, you need to take $4,500 and figure out how to get it and put that into a total separate account in which you never touch. Okay? Now, I know that sounds hard, and I'm going to be real. That is hard. Plain and simple. That's not easy to do, especially in times like this. Times are rough. Everything's going up but the wages. I mean, what's gas? Like here in Vegas, gas is like between $5 and $6, depending on where you go. Whatever. I don't want to get into the politics or none of that because, I don't really believe the president matters when it comes to gas prices and stuff like that. It's just greedy corporations, of course. But being the case, $4,500 put to the side. Okay? Why? Well, the reason I say why is because when it rains, it usually doesn't just drizzle. When it rains, it usually pours. So we have 3 months of all of our bills put backwards. Why do I say 3 months? Because the first month, you're going to be all whining, oh man, I lost my job, blah, 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 blah. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, if it's the right situation, you may possibly be able to get unemployment or something like that, which will help you. And I highly recommend always apply for it. Even if you don't think you're going to get it, apply for it anyway, because you paid for that shit, okay? But 3 months. The reason I say this is, that first month, you're going to be moping and whining and crying, oh, I lost my job, blah, 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 blah. Everybody's against me, is what it is, We've all been there, including myself, okay? I like to say never lay blame and that, but you know what? Sometimes we all get stuck in a spot, okay? I'm no exception. Then the second month. Usually the second month is where all of a sudden reality fucking hits us, okay? But you had the money to pay for that whole month that you were off. All right? Second month. This is when you really start looking for the job, okay? And hopefully by the second week, third week, whatever, hopefully by that second month, you have a job. And if you can't find this job in 2 months, you're probably really not looking, or you're actually kind of being a little bit picky. Remember, the landlord doesn't care where the hell your money comes from, you know. And we all have our pride. Believe me, I have my pride as well. And there's no way as hell I want to work at a fucking McDonald's. But if I have to pay rent and I gotta fucking feed kids or whatever, sometimes your pride has to take a step back. But by the end of the second month, hopefully you got that job. Now you're getting to the third month, you're not gonna get paid usually on that for that job for the first couple weeks, etc. You know, so that's why you have the third month. All right, and it's the third month backup plan. And I have found from experience in my life that it fucking works. So that's the best piece of advice I feel like I could give you on a financial tip. I'd like to say don't go out and buy stupid shit, things like that, you know, but I do. I'll be the first. I love buying a few things that I probably shouldn't. I love buying guns. I love buying cigars. I love making my booze and all that. I got more hobbies than I do time. And I like cool shit. You know, I love buying paintings and art and weird old stuff and things like that. I'm a swap meet junkie, a thrift store junkie, and don't even get me on shoes. So I cannot say don't buy shit you don't need, okay? Because I am guilty like a motherfucker. I admit it though, all right? Yet, I will tell you this, if that was ever to be something that was going to interfere with me being able to pay my rent, then no, I wouldn't buy the shit. You know, I would suffer, and you know, that's it. I would just suffer and suffer in horrible first world silence, right? That's a first world problem when, oh, I can't buy shoes this week, you know. But that's a whole nother show. So I hope that everybody out there maybe got something out of this. I'm sorry that I haven't been on very often. I will start doing videos again here. Actually, probably this week I'm going to try to put up at least 2 more videos, just like we were before. We were trying for Monday, Wednesday, Friday before. I do apologize. I've had a lot of people hitting me up, and you know, I'm sorry. I've just been super busy with my work, and this I shouldn't have slacked on this, and I did. So that's my apology to all of you out there who've been wanting that advice. So, to the point, if you want to check out the books, remember Jason Terhune at Amazon.com. Jason Terhune. It's crazy. I got 7 self-help books out right now and like 50 other releases. Now, the other releases are nothing to do with self-help. Believe me, if you read them, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? But the self-help books are all on there, so check them all out. I do not have any t-shirts right now that I'm selling online, just because I'm gonna be real. It's not fair to you to have to charge as much as I would for shipping and handling. The fact that it's costing me $10 per shirt to fucking ship them out half the time is next to pointless when I'm charging $20 for a shirt. I don't want to charge you $30 for a shirt. So if you're local Las Vegas, hit me up. I do have probably 15 of them left here in town, okay? Other than that, you know, please check out the Hustle Hard on, what is it, hustle_hard_1977 on Instagram. Jason Terhune, Hustle Hard on Facebook. XS Inc. _tattoo for my work. As well, Praying Won't Help, so Hustle Hard on YouTube, okay? Please like and subscribe and follow all of the others. I will be back soon, and like I said, I'm sorry I wasn't there. I hope that the financial information that I gave today, which is not normally what we do, but I think is something important, because the reality is when we're talking about mental health and we're talking about self-improvement and self-betterment, we need to actually talk about finances, because finances are probably one of the biggest issues in all of our lives. So I hope that helped. Anybody want any questions, feel free to DM me at any time. I will always get back to you, okay? In fact, I think my actual phone number is up on the don't call me. It's actually up on the Facebook, but don't call. But if you do text, I will always get back to you. That is something I always do. If I don't get butthurt, if I don't, you right back though, okay? Because I get insane amounts of text every single day. All right, everybody. So as they say in old Canada, peace out. As they should be saying, because of the great show Letter Kenny. You know what it is. You know what it is. Pitter patter, get at her. As they say in old Miami Beach, hasta luego, dale ciao. And as we say here in my beautiful, not so subtle, not so humble, adopted hometown of Las Vegas, Nevada, deuces, I'm out. I will talk to you all later. Until then, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. And remember, if you try and you fail, give yourself a high five. Give yourself a pat on the back, because so few people will ever try it all. All right, everybody, I'm out. Deuces. Have an absolute wonderful day.